Toby, let me start with you. To make climate change denial illegal feels like compelled speech, doesn't it? In a free society, you've got to let people say things, even if they're not true.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. The ridiculous thing, I think, about this suggestion is that it's not people on my side of this debate, the climate contrarians, not climate denialists, by the way, climate contrarians. We on this side of the debate, we are much more likely to make accurate predictions about the climate than climate hysterics. I'll give you a couple of examples. So in 2002, George Monbiot said that Britain would suffer from a famine within 10 years. Prince Charles warned that we had 8 years left to save the planet. That was in 2009. Al Gore said that we would suffer from an ice-free Arctic by 2013. What about jailing all these people that make these alarmist, completely inaccurate, hysterical predictions about the climate, Jenny, instead of people who are just trying to exercise a bit of skepticism to make sure we're not immiserated for the sake of what is clearly an ideological agenda?
Jenny, I've been watching you for years. Nice to meet you for the first time. Isn't it better to let people have the freedom to say things which may or may not be true and have it out in the open so that their arguments can be debunked?
Yes, I think that there should be free speech. I agree with Toby.
Where's the but? I knew there was a but coming.
There is a but. Criminal sanctions are potent tools to mark out conduct, and I'm reading this, that lies beyond all limits of toleration and destroys human security. The fact is that we are not being given the truth. People are confused. And as long as you're in a situation where people are being affected in countries that have aren't burning forests and doing all sorts of stuff, there has to be aggressive mitigation to reach net zero emissions. Let me finish. The existential threat becomes more real, and it's not individuals who should be denied freedom of speech. It's people of power, people in corporation, people in governments who lie to us that there isn't climate change. We're part of the problem, and we are frightened, and the people who've got the access to making things better are lying to us.
Toby.
Answer me, Toby.
I think it's symptomatic of the fact, Jenny, that people on your side of this discussion simply never listen to the arguments of people on the other side, that you think that we're climate change denialists. No one on my side of the debate claims that climate change isn't happening. We all acknowledge that climate change has happened. Average global temperatures have increased since 1850, since the Industrial Revolution. No one is denying that. The argument is about, well, what's the cause of that? Is it human activity? Is it carbon emissions? And if they are a cause, how great a cause are they? And can we actually reduce the amount by which the climate average global temperatures are increasing by reducing carbon emissions? That's what the argument is about. And to accuse us of climate denialism, I'm afraid, just suggests that you aren't listening. You don't want a debate. You don't want a discussion. You just want to dogmatically impose your views on everyone else. And this is the latest example of it. We'll throw you in here if you don't agree with it.
People go to bed at night frightened about melting ice caps. People go to bed at night frightening about...
Get over yourself. Jeni Barnett, you've been in woke East Sussex for too long now. The Earth's not going to blow up by next Tuesday.
No, but there is an analogy that is being used. People are sitting in a theatre. There is a fire. People in the good seats can't see it, can't smell it. Other people are trying to put that out the fire that they can see. The people in the cheap seats are going to go up first. Now, I'm not suggesting that this is a class issue. I am suggesting that I want to listen to you, but you also need to listen to the fear of humanity. And by making a potent tool of criminal sanctions, you will get people in corporations that will have to listen. They represent us, and they're doing bugger all. Sorry.
Jeni Barnett, I think that Toby raises a good point. He uses language about being a sort of a skeptic, if you like, a contrarian about something such as climate change. People that were concerned about the impact of lockdowns or questioned the origins of the COVID-19 virus were cancelled. They were heavily censored. They were subjected to this kind of tyranny, and we're going to do it all again with net zero.
It's not tyranny. We had a government who had Partygate at the basis of who they were.
That old chestnut.
And the rest would be quiet. And the rest of us was doing the right thing, playing by the rules. With climate change, what is a contrarian? I've never heard of it.
It's somebody that questions things and doesn't take any narrative spoon-fed to them by the mainstream media. Isn't that right, Toby Young?
Yes, and I think you're exactly right, Mark. The fact that there isn't allowed to be a proper public debate about this issue means we are rushing headlong towards an absolutely disastrous future. Net zero, we learn, is going to mean power cut, possible power cuts.
Jeni, I'll give you the last word. Briefly, Toby, if you can.
We had the head of the National Gas Network this week, Mark, warning us that if we get rid of natural gas, wind and solar power are not going to do the job of replacing it. So we're going to have to learn to live with much less power, days at a time with no power. That's what people should be frightened about, Jeni, not these stupid alarmist predictions.
Okay,
that never
Jeni, last
true.
word to
never
you.
Come true.
Look, as long as we have migration, as long as we have a world which is drying up and flooding, the people should be making decisions for humanity, not for corporate interests and not for making money. Rishi Sunak has just stopped net zero. He doesn't care. He wants to have coal mines. Who do you believe? I'm an innocent layperson in this. I want to believe you, Toby. I want to trust you, but I can't.
Jeni Barnett, brilliant to have you on the show. Delightful first encounter, the first of many, I sincerely hope. Also, my thanks to free speech champion Toby Young.